Doing everything to protect them on an emotional, spiritual prayer level. Like, I am a prayer warrior as well. I'm doing that. Like, they are being prayed over, right? Daily. So there is this thing, they're like, why are you looting in your own neighborhoods? And then that's where my real estate investing hat comes in a little bit, because I'm like, well, all right, so once the looting stops, I would hope to see, and this did not happen in Ferguson, so also creates really low commercial real estate. I was looking up Ferguson, Missouri. It has not like had the years of this thing called transformation and destruction for rebirth. We're sort of very attuned, our generation, with the idea of just that. So I've never been in a bad situation and stopped. A bad situation makes me go, well, how do we rebuild even better? And so I do see a lot, and my hope and joy is that for these locations and places, for these places that are messed up, that the, in these minority hard hit areas, minorities who are come from them areas be able to pull their money together, do what they need to go, and create their own businesses. Right. So that's my hope and joy, just because that. And so I looked up in Ferguson, I was like, how many black businesses are there? So businesses did not, like big chains did not go back, but mom and pop shops did open up. And so I actually call that a win, because I'm not really a fan of chains, because, I just think you get better service and quality at the local stops than these massive chains. A Five Guys is a Five Guys. But, I just love the idea of mom and pops going in. And those are the businesses that started up. So sometimes you're like, oh, businesses didn't go back. You need to really check yourself. You mean big businesses didn't, but mom and pop people who live in that community, created businesses to advance themselves financially. And I say, through any tragedy, what can be rebuilt for it? And I just see opportunities in these neighbors. So I just wanted to talk about that. And when I talk about this is definitely from Lisa Phillips. I know some of you guys don't agree. I've had many arguments with people who are like, looting's not the way. And I'm like, it sure worked this time, because I'm not doing peaceful if it don't work. I'm not crazy. I don't do the same thing. So I know you guys don't all agree with that, right? So I want you to understand, this is Lisa. I feel very confident about me standing in this light, because I know going through this process, we need to eliminate this taint and disease. We need to absolutely, racism and curing it is that's a spiritual, like, it's spiritual warfare. Like, that is something I was like, yeah, racism is one of the things you need to overcome. That is a spiritual tenet for you to try to overcome. I'm happy to say I went to Amazon.com to look at their top 100 bestsellers, and they had the top 3 books, which means they're selling hundreds a day. One is White Supremacy in Me, one is White Fragility, and the other one was like how to be anti-racism and how to combat it, right? Or how to be anti-racist. And so to me, that warmed my heart to see those 3 books that are dismantling racism are in the top 3 positions. They were in the top 5, because, like, who knew racism and that I've experienced had so much of me going, I absolutely refuse, hurtful to go through it throughout my life. It's something that forced me and pushed me to create freedom for myself. So never, if through the courts, through this, would I have to be subjected to it, right? And so I just wanted to give you that piece of honesty. So when I see George Floyd, it's a whole other level in which I do it. And because I am someone who opted out of the system, I don't try to play, let me try to explain to the racist supervisor why he shouldn't be racist. I don't do that. I go, let me build my own thing. So even if they are, I can still thrive. And that's a big part of it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'll read any questions or comments you guys have. Author, thank you. I'm so glad you liked it. Choco Cat said, something woke me up before my alarm went off for work. And here you are. Things never happen for no reason. They really don't. Thank you for speaking on this. They really don't. Not at our level. And I say our level. The people I attract, like the synchronicity every day, every second. It's not scary. It's amazing how it is. El Guapo, where do you find? You know what? I went on when I found out I was a healer. I went searching for them. It started online, which is good, because then I can get an outlet and talk about things that I couldn't talk with, like, just the normal person who's looking at me like, you channel angels? Like, yes, I do, and I'm good at it, right? I'm like, I'm really good, okay? Then you're going to naturally, and then I did a little manifesting. I did do, like, a little manifesting work to attract my soul tribe. So as a soul, as a spirit, I've seen the other dimensions through my sleep, through my lucid dreaming. So I've seen my other dimensional self. And you can see it through journeys. And, like, freaking royalty. I am so I'm like, so I've done so much to go, that spirit, those soul tribes, I want to meet them here on earth, knowing that they exist, knowing I'm calling them to me, knowing I'm saying, I want to meet you, I want to know you. And guess what? They are just as powerful as me. They are badass. They are warriors, basically. Because I was talking to her, like, I just met a girl named Tanya in California, and we were just relating. I walk in paranoia, she calls it, where it's like, the universe hears you, and you want something, you just ask for it, right? Like, and we're having this conversation, and I was like, yeah, I just did, so it's, so you can do some intentional work with it. So intentional work can be anything. Some people can script, meaning writing. I'm not a writer, don't like it. I will do it if I have to, but I don't like to. Other people, I'm a very earthy person. I'm earth. My previous lives have been on this earth, helping this earth, creating this earth. So I respond very strongly to crystals because we're old friends. We're ancient friends, right? Your soul has different things that it is ancient with. And I'm really into plants. So when it comes to plants, so bay leaf, burning a bay leaf with an intention, just being a healer. I have every freaking essential oil. Before I found out I was a spiritual healer, I have every essential oil. If you tell me something's wrong with you, I can tell you exactly what herb to take and why to take it and what it'll flush out, right? And how to make a salve for it. So that was a skill set I built on my own before, just because the healer inside of me had an outlet. So when it comes to plants, crystals, candles, I'm very strong. So if any of those resonate, just set an intention, be a little earthy, put it in that white candle and go for it. And now if it happens the next day, then that resonates with you. Or you can burn a bay leaf, or you can script it, or you can write it on a piece of paper. I'm not visual. So people have vision boards. I'll do it, but it works really slow versus if I work with like very much earthy elements, it happens almost the next day. Or I start seeing signs of it happening the next day, right? And it starts trickling in. So be intentional about whatever you want. So I have like 30 intentions right now. Okay. So what do you want? I have it on money. I have it on love. I have it on relationships. I have it on drawing people in who are my soul tribe, right? So if you wanted to draw other high vibrational people, set that intention. I swear, it'll be next day. It won't even take long. Like, do it. Like, what are y'all waiting? Here, let me put the link. There it is. Yeah, you can join that. And I'm going to start doing a lot more in that group. So that's what I would do. I would be intentional about whatever you want. So I'm working with someone right now who I met through my real estate investing group. So she's getting a multifamily. And so I'm doing these healings with her because there's some emotional trauma that we had to release. And, at the end, she's like, I'm trying to get this done. And that was like, dude, that's manifestation. And for her, it was like a yellow candle, but that was her. Other people's energy, and I'm intuitive, so I'll just pick it up during the talking and seeing what you're saying and just sifting through that. Other people, it's like, I need you to write this. Other people, I'm like, I need you to vision board it. Right? So I'll just ask you in the past what's worked with you with your manifesting. Already there. So I just have to show them a very little bit. Well, I think it's a little bit. To them, it's a lot. But I've just seen massive growth and transformation. But I want you to understand, I attract my people. Okay? I attract people who may have started at the bottom, but they're at the top. That's who I attract. So when I work with them, we just go by leaps and bounds. So they're already there. I'm just low-key helping them accept that aspect of them. Right? So, any questions? No? Okay, I got 2 people on that. Okay, yeah, so it looks like Sean says, I understand. Oh, no, it froze. Oh. Okay, let's see. Are we back up? Okay, it froze on Facebook, but it's up on YouTube. So, yeah, that's sort of what I wanted to go into. So, any questions? Were y'all ready for this level of me diving into stuff other people would back away from? Sorry I stumbled at the beginning. I was trying to be too politically correct, but sometimes you just gotta go, let me just speak the truth as I see it versus trying to make it palatable. And if you don't like it, that's okay. If you do, let's go. I mean, because there's a huge process we all need to undertake here. And some of us are thriving. So what are you? Are you thriving or not? Do you, and ask yourself, do you have to not thrive? And that is a spiritual thing. Do you trust that you can be okay? Do you trust God if that's your thing, or the universe? Do you trust in your spirit? Do you trust in the universe is trying to work for you? It actually is a word called paranoia. I didn't know that. It's like paranoia is on the negative end, but paranoia when you're like, yeah, the universe has my back, right? I've just given so many different signs, so many signs. It's like a million signs that yes, we hear you. We're working with you. And generally, I just have to be intentional and do the work. And so when I see this, this ascension process, and I'm doing pretty good, and so are you guys, it's like, yeah, and that's okay because we're doing the work. Oh, okay. All right, and with that, I think it froze. Sorry, chat is closed. Time to find another stream. Um, yeah, I guess, I don't know, is this still streaming? Okay, we'll just leave it at that. I'll answer your questions as I see them. Okay, guys?